Mi gente, día número 120. Ya tenemos algo bien esto. Discúlpenos, ayer fue un error de coordinación y por eso no lo pudimos hacer. Pero lo importante es que estamos aquí. Finalmente. El día de hoy viene un día especial porque vamos a continuar con los videos.
Con el video. Yes.
Y principalmente, la idea que tuvimos en un principio era nada más ver este video 3 y ya vamos por el video 5. Ya te puedes ver lo bueno que está esto.
Ahí vamos.
Entonces,
Y 5 de 41.
no,
Porque yo lo
tranquilo, aquí
quiero
no hay
ver todo.
prisa.
Yo lo quiero ver todo.
Aquí lo vamos a ver todo. Vamos a verlo todo, porque la verdad hasta ahora me está gustando. El tipo explica muy bien. eh,
Pero vamos a
el
esto de
tipo
una vez
explica muy
porque son
bien.
46 minutos. Esos 46 minutos se extienden. Porque uno se pone a parar y a hablar
No,
y a
dale, sí,
debatir.
porque
Entonces vamos a darle de una vez.
dale. Vamos a ver. Estoy anotando. Este paz.
Espérate que. Ok, pues se está usando Zen ahora.
Ah, ¿y qué es lo que? ¿Cómo va?
Siente igualito que una cosita
Excelente.
diferente.
Pues, literalmente lo mejor, porque así tú no tienes que salir acostumbrado a otro. Ah, vamos a ver,
Sí.
vamos a ver.
2022 ICT Mentorship on YouTube.
Entonces lo último que vimos fue eh, el video de 8 minutos que era como
Back. This is the...
enseñando una demostración.
Ujú.
All right,
Y
Y
folks,
ahí
welcome
fue
back. This is
que
the 2022
ahí
ICT
mostró un
Mentorship
ejemplo de
on
un
YouTube.
método de subsistir,
And this lesson is going to be
cómo es
intraday
medio
order
operar un
flow and
mercado.
understanding the daily range. All right, folks, we're looking at tradingview.com, and you can use this platform for free. There are some benefits to having a membership there. It's not terribly expensive, but nonetheless, it provides you a means of looking at charts that I show in my mentorship here and in my private mentorship group. So it's the same charts that I'm producing for that community that I'm producing for you as well. Everything in this lecture is going to be predominantly around teaching you the elements of the E-mini, setting up your daily range and your intraday layouts, and I'll talk a little bit about daily profiles, so that will help you. And I'll compare and contrast,
Pásalo un
showing you what
momento,
it is that
doctor,
you're
espera.
trying to learn from me here.
De una vez. Estoy aquí.
Ready.
Jerry. Vamos a ver.
versus what is available out there. Okay, so that way you can decide whether or not this is going to be a worthwhile pursuit for you. These things that I'm teaching today are directly linked to index futures, okay, like S&P, NASDAQ, and the Dow. Okay, you can use the Russell 2000. Those are the markets that I'm targeting with the lessons. The ideas of trading the Asian range and things like that, they are not applicable to these markets. I don't teach that to my students. I want you to just focus on the things that I'm going to show you in this mentorship. All right, first things first, I'm going to get the boring stuff right out of the way. Whenever you're looking at futures, especially the index futures, these contracts trade with expiration dates. And the months that they trade are going to be shown here. ES is the symbol for E-mini S&P. H in this example stands for March. So the delivery month codes for the commodity markets, H is always representing the month of March. M is June. U is September. Z is December. These are the only 4 months that the index futures trade on E-mini S&P, E-mini NASDAQ, and E-mini Dow. Okay. The year obviously is what it is. Now, if you're going to be using like,
¿Cómo es?
Que eso nos sirve ya después cuando trabajemos futuro.
for instance, when I shape live trades in the TD Ameritrade, they don't take their year symbol like this. It's 22. But in TradingView, if you're pulling up the symbol like I have here, ESH2022, that represents the E-mini S&P 500 contract for delivery month March year 2022. Okay. Since they expire, it's important for you to know that the third Friday of the month of delivery, which is obviously in this example here, March, the third Friday of that month is expiration. You do not want to be trading after expiration. And the question is going to be is, when do I start trading the next month out? Okay, this is always going to be the front month or the current month or nearby contract. The month after the front month or current contract month is always going to be referred to by me as the next month out. If you ever have a doubt, you can go to barchart.com and you can go to the select commodity tab here. This is all free. You can scrub down into this list here, go to S&P 500 E-mini, click on that.
¿Te das cuenta que la mayoría de herramientas que se usan son gratis?
Literalmente. Yo creo que la comunidad de trading es tan grande como que ya iba a hacer muchas colaboraciones como contenido. Por ejemplo, mira, la de la noticia. Gratuito. Ahí yo no he visto ni una de suscripción.
No.
E incluso, por ejemplo, en el mismo TradingView es gratis. O sea, ya hay bases que tú tienes que pagar, pero es gratis. O sea que la comunidad es muy buena por lo que veo.
I just showed you there. And the first one, that's the cash. You don't want to look at that. The next contract available is March. See that? It even gives you the little cheat. Right now, this is considered the front month or nearby contract. The open interest is what I'm watching. Okay, so 1 week before expiration, which is the third Friday of the delivery contract month. So third Friday of March, third Friday of June, third Friday of September, third Friday of December. Roll over to a new year, starts the sequence all over again. March, June, September, December. Real easy pattern, real easy means of keeping track of where you're supposed to be at. But usually around the first or second day of the week prior to expiration, I start monitoring open interest. And I want to be in the month that has the larger open interest number. Notice that the June contract only has 57,310 contracts of open interest. Right now, front month or nearby contract of March 2022 has open interest of 2.2 million. So this is the larger liquidity base contract month. So I'm going to be trading this month. If it becomes a matter of this month here has larger open interest than this one here, then I'm going to be trading the next month out. because I want the liquidity that's available in the larger pool of liquidity offered by the most traded contract month. Okay, so hopefully that answered that question. Got a lot of questions regarding that. All right, so now what we're looking for is an opportunity, and I'm going to teach bias and specific entry techniques next week. This week, I'm teaching you the intraday framework, and I want you to start thinking about market profiles. And you're going to have homework assignments, obviously, for that at the end of this video. But we're going to assume that you were bullish in here, okay? I'm going to provide proof in this video that I was bullish, and I did execute with that bias in mind, but just kind of put that to the side. I know some of you are very anxious and you're leaving comments saying, can you teach me how to get in? What am I looking for? I understand your excitement, but take the lessons at the pace that I'm giving you, because I'm giving you homework assignments and studying, so that way it helps build and ingrain the understanding that I'm giving you, because your study time is actually going to be where the majority of your learning is going to come from. I'm just giving you points of reference, so that way you can go in and start looking at things and start seeing a repeating phenomenon. But I want to take a look at the 15-minute time frame. All right, and when you're looking at this 15-minute time frame, this is the bellwether time frame. This is where I'm looking for key highs and lows. I'm looking for imbalances like fair value gaps and things of that nature. Yes, I'll look for order blocks, but I'm going to try to stay away from order blocks in this lesson, in this mentorship, really, because I have models that don't even rely on order blocks. Obviously, I'm teaching fair value gap here, and that is the main focus because it repeats. It's an easy pattern. It's there a lot. But I want you to think about how you frame your day. So when you're in TradingView, or you can do this in your own platform if you're not using TradingView, but I'm recommending you, at least while you're going through mentorship here on YouTube, to go through the process with TradingView. All right, and then this is what you would classically see annotated in my chart for a Forex setup. I'm taking you to 8:30. Okay, you're going to put a vertical line there at 8:30. Click this, clone. I know this is very boring for some of you because you really want to just get in there and get to the nuts and bolts, but I have new people watching the same video, so I have to make this as complete as possible and try to cover all the bases. And then hopefully I don't get as many emails because I can't keep up with them. And so if you email me and I'm not responding, I apologize, but I can't keep up with it. All right, so we're looking at, there you go, that's good. All right, so the equal distance in time in the morning, then an hour lunch, New York lunch, and then an equal amount of time after that, okay? So I'm going to zoom in here.
O sea, él está poniendo líneas verticales de las 8:30 hasta las 12 y después de la 1 hasta las 4:30. Yo creo
Amount
que
of time
No.
after that. Then an
4:30.
hour lunch,
4:30.
New York
Sí,
lunch,
claro.
and then an equal amount of time
Yo
after
pensé
that.
que había
Okay?
visto 6.
So I'm going to zoom in.
Porque
Es que dice 6, no, dice 6, pero que 16.
Sí, yo sé, da 4. Yo sé.
In here.
Pero yo creo que en un momento la puse en 19 sin querer, pero está.
And in your mind, I want you to think about that lunch hour, and this is always New York local time, okay? Set your TradingView chart to this. If you do that, no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to calibrate your local time with this, okay? Everything I'm showing you is directly linked to New York local time. If you do it any other time frame, you're going to mess up. You won't have the same calibrations as all my students and what I'm looking at in price, because eventually I'm going to be showing you charts on my community tab that I want you to be watching before it happens. But before I even start doing that, I'm not going to create a train wreck by having everybody looking at charts on their own local time and not New York time and completely miss the point and plot. So once we have this, I want you to think of this hour here noon to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, New York time. That
Ok.
is a no trade.
¿Cómo? ¿De qué tú dices? Espérame, Wilson.
La,
¿Esa que están ahí? No, esa es para... esa es para la que está- Wilson,
ah,
tú me das 15 minutos, loco.
dale, loco, dale, está bien.
Dale,
Espera,
yo
espera.
voy a poner el tren como en pausa.
Dale.
Estamos aquí de nuevo. Tuve que hacer un pequeño pausa de comercial, pero ya estamos aquí de nuevo. Voy a poner vaina una vez.
Dale.
Lo último que quedamos que estaba poniendo era de 8:30 a 12 y después de 1 a 4:30. Y ponía aquí un tiempo que será la hora de almuerzo.
Noon to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, New York time.
Pero de 8:30 a 12 es el mismo tiempo de 1 a 4:30. Yo creo que no.
No, media hora es diferente. Porque de 8:30. Ah, no, sí, el mismo tiempo. 3 horas y media.
Sí, 3 horas y media, sí, sí.
Sí, sí, el mismo
That is a
tiempo.
no trade time period. I don't care who tells you that they can do this and do that. If you're learning from me, just don't trade during that time. Okay? Not even in demo, because just trust me, don't do it. Okay? As we go through the mentorship, you'll understand more reasons why I just can't give everything in one video, obviously. I want to, and I want to do 4-hour long teachings, but I'm trying to make them palatable because I know majority of you don't have the attention span because you're new and you're just now discovering. So I'm trying to bear that in mind when I'm making these presentations. So you have your daily range on an intraday basis all set up and laid out. So these are your boundaries. Your morning trade is between 8:30 in the morning. Why? Because there's news events that come out at 8:30 all the way to noon, preferably around 11 o'clock. I generally don't like to take trades after 11 o'clock in the morning. Now, it doesn't mean I haven't or that I won't. I just generally try not to. I want to try to be positioned before 11 o'clock and hopefully be riding something into the New York lunch at noon. And then, squaring positions or taking some off if I'm going to hold through the lunch and anticipate something going through to the close. And we'll talk about that when we get into profiles. Not volume profile, okay? The idea of the afternoon session, I wasn't going to teach that, but because I see a lot of nonsense on YouTube, I'm just going to teach it to you. Okay, so it's going to be a complete daily treatise on the entire daily range of indices. So that way, if your interest is in this asset class, you'll have a far better chance of being successful, in my opinion, using the information I'm going to give you. Okay, and I'm proving it with actual executions, as you'll see later in the video. All right, so we're looking at prior to 8:30. What are you looking for? Okay, I got a lot of questions in the comment section. I'm reading all the comments, folks. I love it because it's real short little snippets. I know a lot of my students, they like to send me these really long-winded, appreciative emails, and then they give me one chart that doesn't really explain much to me, and I can't really answer it. So the comment section that I'm opening up on every one of these videos, if you haven't noticed, I'm allowing one comment that to kind of like honor those individuals that are showing appreciation and are not gratuitously looking to praise me. I don't like that. Okay, I like the appreciation for my time and energy and sacrifice, giving it to you for free, but I don't want to be worshipped. Okay, I don't want all that kind of stuff. Don't call me the GOAT. Don't call me the greatest of all time. I don't like that kind of stuff.
El diablo, qué
But if you
humilde.
have something that you want me to touch
Se pasa de
and
Oye, el mismo
improve
Lucho.
a
El tigre menos
delivery
humilde y
or
de la nada ahora más
explanation
humilde.
of a specific thing I mentioned in a video,
20
I may
mil
already
dólares,
have
eso es
something
poco, y
in
ahora no
a
me
future
alaben,
lesson
señor
planned,
Dios, es un
but
pobre diablo.
if it's something that I don't have in my outline that's going to be in future videos, I'll utilize the feedback I get. Okay, so that way, I understand some of you want everything all at one time, and there's no way I can do all that in one time. But I am taking the feedback I'm getting from you all, and I'm using that, okay? But one of the questions I got was, what highs and lows are we looking for? That, a stop run would be framed on, or what would be the catalyst for a stop hunt? Well, prior to 8:30, if you look at that, okay, we'll just grab a horizontal ray. And we see this high here. And I'm utilizing this with the benefit of hindsight, because this is how you're going to go back and back test everything. I want you to take a look at the high here. And the low right here. So prior to 8:30, in other words, to the left of that, on a 15-minute time frame, what's the most significant or obvious swing high and swing low? Swing high is this. It's a candle with a lower high to the left of it and a lower high to the right of it. 3-candle pattern. Okay. It does not matter if the candles are up or down closes. You're just looking for a swing high, because above that's going to be buy side liquidity or buy stops, and a swing low prior to 8:30. That's a candle that has a higher low to the left and a higher low to the right of it. It's 3 candles. Again, it does not matter what the close of the candles are. It has absolutely no bearing on what I'm showing you here, because the swing points are where liquidity is going to be placed. Okay, so once you have these levels on your chart on a 15-minute time frame, then you can drop down into your first lower time frame for entry. That's your 5-minute chart. So let's do that now. All these things will be transposed right to the 5-minute chart. You won't lose anything, in case you're wondering. I know a lot of new people are afraid if they do something with the time frame, they'll lose their annotations. All right, so now we have this old high back here. Look at this price right there. Okay, that's going to be the high price on that particular candle right there. It's 45.14 and a half. This candle trades to 45.14 and a half. Exactly the same high. When we have that, but look closer, we have relative equal high, but we have it in multiple short-term highs that keep going higher. If there's 3 highs that go up like that, that's a classic 3 drives pattern. There's a book I really enjoyed when I was in the 90s, Linda Raschke and Larry Connor's Street Smarts book. Really nice little book. I don't like everything in the book, but I liked a few of the things that they talked about. And it helped me understand stop hunts, because I couldn't understand it as a developing student. That why would the price want to...
Pues me voy a tener que moverlo.
Nada, pues, ¿en qué minuto quedamos? No, guárdalo ahí. Porque
Ya vamos a notarlo, 16:31, pero cuando volvamos vamos a coger un poquito más para atrás porque está explicando cosas ahora muy densas y yo no entendí mucho. 16:31.
Yo iba a anotar algunas cosas, pero quería ver que terminara la aplicación, porque verdad estaba un poquito...
Mañana
Pero-
tengo que darle
pero-
con eso. Yo, pues, sinceramente, ahorita yo voy a coger porque tengo que hacer algo ahora, pero yo sé que ahorita yo voy a tener tiempo disponible. Yo voy a ponerme a ver video. En vez de hacer backtest, voy a ponerme a ver video y tratar de, tú sabes, anotar. Mañana cuando volvamos, lo vemos. Y como que yo tengo la mente un poco más fresca. Si tú quieres a eso también. Si tú quieres a eso, no sé qué tú vas a hacer ahora. Tú te vas a acostar temprano. Pero si tú quieres, yo te recomendaría que tú hagas eso. Y mañana, en vez de el tiempo que tenemos por directo, ve el video, sino que simplemente hablamos de la nota que tenemos y así podemos avanzar. Porque tú sabes que ver el video en el directo es 1 hora fácilmente de stream. Y últimamente como que estamos teniendo el tiempo y algunas veces no. Entonces es mejor que lo veamos, analicemos la nota, lo cosas que estudiamos, o sea, lo cosas, y podemos hacer el mismo directo, hacer la tarea y lo demás temas.
No, yo lo veo bien. Yo voy a ver si saco el tiempecito ahora antes de irme a acotar.
Sí, porque lo que falta son, ¿sabes que son media hora?
No.
Esa media hora como 1 hora.
Sí.
Y mañana,
yo quiero-
mañana discutimos la nota y hacemos la tarea. ¿Qué te iba a decir?
No, sigue. Yo también, bueno, yo lo voy a echar más para atrás para cualquier cosa que se me pase. Pero voy a
Dale,
darle, voy a ver si le doy tiempo. Pues nada, pues mi gente, hablamos, muchas gracias.
dale, hablamos.
Seguimos ahorita.